Okay, welcome everybody. We're going to begin in a seat today. If you do have blocks or books that you can use to support your practice today, please grab them. When you're ready, landing in a comfortable seat, palms face down. You might take some gentle movement, neck, shoulders. You can take a small moment for us sometimes to land in the practice, strip away the distractions of other things. Just feel your body in space, the space it occupies. The weight against the earth and the lengthening of your spine. As you bring your awareness to your breath, lips sealed, teeth gently part, and tongue resting in the roof of the mouth as you guide deeper, fuller breath. Wide into the ribs and bottom of the lungs. And in these moments of practice, initiating our practice, you let everything else feel a little bit further away. As you become closer to your breath, closer to your body, closer to this unwavering stillness that exists in the mind. And allow the breath to ease as any stresses, chaos, distractions feel further away, more distant. You're going to reach fingertips out to the side and overhead on your next breath in, keeping the eyes closed down. Let palms touch in prayer overhead and exhale them through center. I'm going to draw two more of these circles. Inhale out wide and up. Exhale through center. And last one, breath in. Exhale. Hands meet in prayer at the heart, blinking the eyes open. We're going to come over onto all fours, into a cat and cow. And just place your blocks either side of your mat at the top. Hands spread wide. Inhale, dip your belly, lift your chest and gaze. As you exhale, curl and round, navel to spine. You might close the eyes down again as we continue to dive inward. Closer to the body and breath, you might start to move into the side bodies, hip circles, wrist circles, or anywhere in the body that feels tense or tired. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine. Send your right leg out behind you and floating the heel up. Draw the lower belly in, sides of the waist in. This might be enough, or you can extend your left arm as well. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tap your toes and little finger down. Feel the belly draw in and wide. Inhale, lift. Exhale to tap down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Last one to lift up. And exhale, hand comes down. Swap it over to the other side, lift your left heel. Draw the belly in wide and flat, maybe right arm extends. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And then bring your knee and hand back under shoulders. Toes tucked for downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. You might like to take feet hips distance for this first one. Soften the legs. Bend the knees as the chest presses back. Inhale, rolling forward to a high plank. Press the ground away. As you exhale, come down all the way onto your belly. I can't land on my belly anymore, but you guys laying flat on the earth. We're going to inhale, baby cobra. Elbows are wrapping in by the waist. Inhale, lift, chest, neck and head, baby cobra, squeezing the glutes on. As you exhale, lower back down to the ground. Inhale, lift, squeeze your glutes, lift from the strength in your back, chest, neck and head, maybe hands float. Exhale, come down to the earth, lying flat on the belly. Last one, inhale, lift. On this lift, hold it there. Notice the shoulders, are they up by the ears? Can you glide them down the back, shoulder blades together? And then exhale, come back down. All the way to the earth. We're going to sit back, child's pose this time. So when you're ready, press the hips back and stretch. And toes tuck under, making our way back, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Feet hips distance. Inhale up onto your toes, look between your hands. As you exhale, tippy toe to the top of the mat, landing feet behind your wrists. Take a half lift and breathe in. Strong in your back like a tabletop, a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Same again, inhale, half lift, draw the belly to the back body, navel to spine. Chest wide, exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to your heart space as you close the eyes down. Hands touching in prayer. Samasthiti. Find an Ujjayi breath, gentle constriction in the throat. If you don't feel comfortable practicing with this breath, Ujjayi, then you're welcome to find an even inhale and exhale through your nose. And a steady and controlled breath, even throughout our practice. Let palms fall down by the side. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Half lift and breathe in. Exhale, step just your left foot back, fingertip lunge. Squeeze into your left glute to rise up into a high crescent lunge. Palms face each other, plug down through your front foot. Squeeze more firmly into left as left leg comes a little bit straighter. As you exhale, lean forward, arrowhead, palms float down by your side, ribs wrapping, come high on the ball of the back foot. And we're just using this one to come into pyramid. Grab your blocks for either side. We're going to take a stretch down our right leg. Bowing chin towards your shin, right hip hugs back and left forward. As you inhale, coming back forward, releasing the stretch into a lunge. Press the ground away, step into a high plank. As you inhale, come onto tippy toes. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Halfway, you can use your knees or not. Elbows wrapped by bottom ribs. Try not to let them come out wide. Unfurl cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog, sending the hips up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. 2 rounds of breath. Inhale up onto tippy toes, look between the hands. Exhale, bend knees, step or fly to the top of the mat. Half lift and breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold. Urdhva Hastasana, rise to stand. Sweeping up, you might gently lean back as the spine starts to warm. Folding back forward on your exhale, Uttanasana. Half lift and breathe in. Step your right foot back in space. Coming up to a high crescent lunge, plug down through your front foot. Left leg is forward this time. Squeezing into right glute, lengthen up the back. As you squeeze right glute firmly, you might be able to straighten right leg a little bit more without letting the right hip come back in space. Exhale, lean forward, high onto the ball of the back foot, lean arrowhead. Belly draws towards the back body, one long diagonal line, heel to your head. You might find some people drop their head down, keep your gaze forward, long straight neck. We'll move into pyramid, grabbing those blocks, stretching through the left leg, hug your left hip back in space, stretching from your heel to hip. Head reaches forward, breath in, and then as you exhale, you might fold over your left shin, deepening the stretch. You're going to inhale and come back forward, bending the left knee. Exhale, step high plank. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Cobra or up dog on your breath in. And exhale, we meet back, downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath in and out through the nose. Inhale up onto tippy toes, look between the hands. Exhale, bend knees, step or fly to the top. Half lift and breathe in. Exhale, deep fold. Rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, diving back in, Uttanasana for Surya Namaskar A. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, plant the hands, step or hop back into your low plank. You can modify it however you choose. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Exhale to down dog. Same again with the breath. Inhale up onto tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend knees, step or fly to the top. Half lift and breathe in. Exhale, empty. Rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Squeezing glutes, you might sweep back. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, planting the hands, lowering halfway. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Exhale to down dog. 2 rounds of breath. Take your right leg to the sky. Squeeze your heel to sit bones, yawning, open the right hip, scorpion, tail your leg. Press away the ground. Exhale, tiger cow, draw your knee to nose. Inhale, up and back, 3-legged. Exhale to step forward, right foot lands. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Squeezing into the left glute. Plugging down through front foot. We start to lean forward, arrowhead, belly to spine. Purpose in every movement, every action. Find the ribs drawing in, the drawing towards the back body. Hands to heart as you exhale, take your elbows wide. You might like to stay here, that could be enough. Otherwise, inhaling, floating up off the back toes into a balance, just tipping the weight forward, try to keep it steady. We're going to come out of this one just as softly as we can. Use the blocks if you want. Back toes come down and your back knee comes down. Sweeping up into Anjaneyasana, squeeze your left glute. Sweep up in space. Long out of the lower back. Shoulders down, away from ears. Exhale, finding the pyramid. Tuck your back toes. Right leg stretches, fold in. 2 rounds of breath. Right hip stretches back, left hip forward. And coming out of this one into a twist. Bend your right knee, inhale, right hand to the sky. Squeezing the glute, left leg is strong. Reach straight line across the back, lifting out of shoulders. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Take it as you choose, modify accordingly. Exhale to downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. Left leg floats to the sky. Yawn the hip open, big stretch left side. Exhale, tiger car, knee into your nose. Inhale, up and back. Step left foot between the hands. Rise up, high crescent. Squeezing into right glute. Dropping shoulders away from ears. Lean forward, find this wrapping in of belly to frontal hips. Palms face down, arrowhead. Shoulders gliding away from the ears. As you exhale, bring hands to heart. Elbows are wide. Lean forward, lean forward. See if you can find this tipping point without jumping. Float your back leg. Press through the heel. Little bend in the standing leg. We're going to try and come out just as softly. You're welcome to use your blocks. Fingertips land, back toes land, back knee lands as we reach up Anjaneyasana. Lifting long out of the lower back. I'm going to exhale and fold forward into pyramid. Coming out of pyramid into an easy twist. Right hand down onto the block or the earth, left hand to the sky. Squeeze your right glute, lift through your back quad. Your back leg is really strong. And from your bottom hand to top also lengthens. Gaze is up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra up dog, inhale, unfurl. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale to downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. I'm going to move with the breath now. Next inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Last the whole length of your inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Rise up, breath in, high crescent. Exhale, lean forward, arrowhead. Inhale, hands to heart, or additionally lift the back leg. Exhale, fingertips and back knee land. Anjaneyasana, on your sweeping breath in, lift up. Exhale to fold forward over your right leg, pyramid. Inhale, easy twist, right hand circles up to the sky. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra up dog, breath in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step forward, breath out. High crescent lifting up. Arrowhead leaning forward. Inhale to fly or just your hands to heart. Exhale to land. Back knee down, inhale, lift, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, easy twist. Chaturanga Dandasana on the exhale. If you haven't already, we'll start the playlist now when you're back to down dog. And then just drop back in with the movement. Inhale, right leg. Same shapes flowing with the breath, step forward. High crescent sweeping up. Arrow. Fly, hands to heart, elbows wide, strengthen the upper back. Exhale, land. Anjaneyasana. Pyramid. Easy twist. Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going to do the same movements on the other side. See if you can drop into this meditative flow. Focus on the breath and body. Left leg inhales. I'm going to leave you space from my words. Your breath cues the next movement. Inhale lifts. Exhale grounds, draws belly back in space. Going to go one more round each side when you're back. Right leg will begin. Creative license to add any flair. Final round on left side. Last vinyasa, we're going to meet back in downward facing dog. Close your eyes down once you've landed back in Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Feel the breath. Stay in the practice, body and breath. Child's pose is there. If you need it, you're welcome to come down. With 3 more rounds of breath. You're welcome to stay a little longer. If you're still experiencing the settling, the steadying, and you want to remain, please do. Otherwise, we're making our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale onto tippy toes up between the hands. Exhale, bend knees, step or fly to the top. Half lift, breath in. Exhale, deep fold. Rise all the way up over Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Big toes to touch, land hands on heart and belly. Feel the gripping of the feet to the earth. The downward movement of hydration, blood, energy. A little bit heavier in the feet. And palms fall out by the side. Inhale, arms reach up. And hands circle into heart, just like that first movement we did. Standing on your right leg, grip down your right foot. Left knee to chest. Left leg lifts. Options, you can take left hand around your left knee, or you can take 2 peace fingers around your big toe. If you have the big toe, you might be extending out, big toe pose, right arm grows up, wherever we are. Standing up tall, we're going to take the left leg out to the left. You might be able to drop the left hip a little bit, lifting the left leg higher. If you're holding the knee, same thing. Try not to lean over to the right, keep standing up straight on the right side. And then back through center. Wherever you are, extend the sole of the foot towards the front, lifting from toes, holding through the quad. Again, trying not to lean back, we're standing up straight. Swinging through to Dakasana, that shape we've been in, hands to heart. Left heel out behind you. Steady breath and balance, hips stay square. Try not to let the chest collapse. You're finding length and strength through the whole back body. And then land as softly as we can for high crescent. Toes touch down, arms sweeping up. Exhale to warrior two, back heel grounds. Wrapping right hip under, soften shoulders down the back. Feel your seat, steadiness of the warrior two. Welcome to wider the stance if you need. Just notice if you are leaning forward, take your spine to straight. Right leg straightens for Trikonasana. Lean forward, breath in. Exhale, right hand to your shin, or you might like to grab a block. The right side waist here does so much work. We're trying to keep it really long as we wrap right ribs under, left ribs back. Right hip under, left hip back. Gaze turns up. And that's why the block can be nice. If you feel like there's not the strength in the right side waist to hold it there for this time. Take one more round of breath. Exhale, back to warrior two. Bend the front knee strong through your left side waist to pick back up. Inhale, reach up, 3-point star. Exhale to Skandasana at the back of your mat, left knee bends. Oh, the knees clicking. Back into the hips. And then we're going to take that Skandasana to the top of our mat. You can use your hands on the earth if you want that support, otherwise try and do it just through the feet. Right knee bends. Lengthen the spine, strengthen the belly. You're going to spin all the way around into a lizard lunge. Heel toe your right foot to the very edge of your mat. Hands are inside of the right foot. Left knee drops down. Lift the chest, start to press the ground away. Right hand might lengthen to the sky. Keep flexion in your right ankle, toes lifting. Maybe you're reaching around for the little toe edge of your foot. Twisted monkey. Keep pressing the ground away with the left hand. Try not to let everything start collapsing. We're almost there. Find the effort and ease of the practice. Gently release. Toes come down, hands come down. Lift your back knee. As firmly as you can, press away to step the right foot back in space. High plank. We're going to lower down left forearm, right forearm into a forearm plank. Draw ribs in and then start to tippy toe to a dolphin. Chest presses back. Knees might soften. This could be enough. Keep pressing out of elbows, forearms, lifting out of shoulders. Otherwise, right leg can lift. If you have a Pincha Mayurasana or you want to take little hops onto the elbows, you're welcome to do so. Whenever you're ready, you're done with that play. You can even take it to a wall. Whenever you're done though, we meet in child's pose. Wrap shoulders around the legs. Just watching the breath. After the challenge, has it remained steady? Mine has not. I think my lung capacity is suffering at the moment. Just watch it, observing, no judgment. And take one more full round of breath. And we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Inhale up onto tippy toes, look between the hands. Exhale, bend knees, step or fly to the top. Take a half lift, breathe in. Exhale, deep fold. Urdhva rise to stand, gaze to your thumbs. And exhale, hands through heart, big toes to touch. Palms fall down by the side. You might close the eyes down in this moment of gentle reset, pressing down into your left foot. After being upside down and all around, Feel the settling blood, hydration, energy down the body. And blinking open the eyes, arms reach out to the side and up. And then down to touching prayer at your heart. Right knee to your chest. Right leg lifts this time. You can either take your right hand around your knee, or you can take peace fingers around your right big toe. If you've got the big toe and you're extending the leg out to big toe pose, wherever we are, left arm extends to the sky. And then the right leg's coming out to the right. Allow the right hip to drop to lift the leg higher. Finding that steady balance. And come back through center to release the leg and extend the arms up, shining sole of the foot towards the front, lift through your quad. Keep that activity in the leg as you start to pendulum swing your leg through. Dekasana, hands to heart. Heel out long, little toes turning in. Or stepping as softly as you can into high crescent. Just as a transition to warrior two, back heel ground. After all the movement, find the hold, left hip hugs under, left knee deep bend and soften shoulders. The stability in the legs after all the balancing. Prepare Trikonasana, left leg straightens, reach your left arm forward. Left fingertips floating to your shin or to a block. Right hand to the sky. Keeping left side waist long, left hip wraps under, right hip rolls back. And often I see arms falling back in space like this. Just notice how that feels for your neck, and instead reach the arms straight, strong across your back, and drop your right shoulder away from right ear. 2 more breaths. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, 3-point star. Skandasana to the back, exhale. Options to take a variation in your arms of your choice, maybe out wide, up to the sky. It's going to require a little bit more in your belly if you take those options, drawing in navel to spine. Staying close to the earth, we're going to move into Skandasana at the top. You can either use your hands or not. Left knee bends. I'm going to spin all the way around. Heel toeing left foot wide for lizard lunge. Strong through your back quad, and then soften your right knee down. Left hand to the sky. Press the ground away. Maybe you're reaching for the outside edge of the back foot. Try not to let right shoulder collapse. Keep lifting away, open chest. You're holding the little toe edge if you are in that twisted monkey. Otherwise, you're just opening chest. Exhale, hand comes down. Back knee lifts. Square hips and shoulders, prepare. Press the ground away firmly. Left foot steps back. Right forearm down. Left forearm down. Forearm plank, and then start to pike the hips. Press the chest back as you lift into dolphin. Press away the weight of the hips. Maybe left leg lifts to the sky. And again, on this side, you're going to take whatever you did on the other side. Little hops. Take it to a wall. Hold your dolphin instead after all that balancing. If you prefer to feel the stability, both legs down, that's fine. The more points of contact we add to the earth, the more stable we feel. We're pressing out of the elbows, out of the shoulders. Try not to let the head come down, especially if you're jumping. Head should not be on the ground. Whenever you're ready, child's pose. Shoulders wrap around the body. If you prefer a kneeling seat to collect the breath, you're welcome to find kneeling seat. we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky. You on the hip open. Step right foot forward between the hands. Rise up, high crescent lunge. We've been here before. Exhale, arrowhead, leaning forward. Good. This time, either hands to heart Dikasana, just like the beginning, or warrior three. Lifting the arms out in front adds quite a lot of weight to the lower belly, so you're welcome to modify if there's any abdominal stress or you feel pressure in the lower back. Otherwise, keep your arms extended to reach through heel to fingers. Feel that work. Last 2 rounds of breath. And exhale, we'll fold forward, feet hips distance. Take a half lift and breathe in. Exhale, deep fold. Rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to your heart space. Big toes to touch. Palms are going to fall down by the side. Inhale for chair pose, Utkatasana. Ribs wrap in. Start to find this lift, pelvic floor and navel lock. We're folding forward. We're setting up for crow pose. Hands come down, knees wide. If you don't want to do crow, you might do Malasana. Feet wide into the yogi squat. Otherwise, keep the feet together if you can for crow pose. Hands plant down. Triceps wrap in, so you see the soft part of your elbow pointed forward. Start to lean the shoulders forward. Chaturanga the arms, knees into the back of the arms. Lean forward, look forward. Maybe you're doing one heel at a time, or both heels float up to your sit bones. Good. We fall forward when we look down or through the legs, so keep looking forward. Find the lift through the lower belly. When you're ready, Chaturanga, you step or hop the legs back. Cobra up dog, breathe in. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Child's pose if you need it. Next inhale, up onto tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend knees. Sorry, don't do that. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Yawn, open the hips, squeezing heel towards your sit bones. Exhale, tiger curl, left foot lands forward. We're rising up, high crescent lunge. Arrowhead, long, strong diagonal line. We've been here before. Now your choice. Warrior three, maybe the full Virabhadrasana, floating the back leg, arms reach, press off your back foot, or hands to heart, and you're holding that Dikasana. You'll probably feel the strain from the warrior three pretty quickly, but lean into the strength, draw the belly back, sides of the waist in, squeeze your left glute on. Right glute on, right leg is long. Keep breathing. A little squeeze in the upper back, really strong in the upper back to keep the arms up by the ears. Last full round of breath. Exhale, we're going to fold down, Uttanasana. Take a half lift, breath in. Exhale, deep fold. Rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, big toes touch, hand on heart and belly, close the eyes. Just finding this little bit of reset before we try balancing on the hands again. Just drawing in and back. Take your attention to Uddiyana and Mula Bandha, pelvic floor and navel lock. Like you're lifting up through the lower belly, lifting up and back through the navel. Keep that as you come into Utkatasana chair. Hands come down. Knees into armpits or elbows. Create the shelf, lean forward, maybe crow pose. Lifting up. And you can spend as much time working on that as you choose. If you have a strong crow pose, try straightening your arms and lifting even more up through the lower belly, up and back to lift the hips. And then you might even be able to start to press towards a handstand. When you're ready, let's move through that last vinyasa, Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or Up Dog with your breath. And exhale, meeting in Downward Facing Dog. Excuse me. From here, you're going to inhale, roll forward, high plank. And exhale, come all the way down onto your belly. So lying flat on the earth. Again, I can't do this bit with you. You're going to lie down flat. You're going to take your right arm out to the right. Straight arm in line with the shoulder or slightly above. If you want this to be stronger in your shoulder, more stretch, then cactus your right arm. And then lying on your belly, you're going to roll onto your right shoulder. If you can't lie on your belly like me, you can always do this against a wall. If you're on the floor, you're rolling left toes behind your right knee. Deep stretch into the right shoulder. Left hand might bind the back as you lie on the earth. Or you can leave it pressing against the wall. Pressing against the floor if you're lying down. And rolling through center. Take your left arm out to the left. Cactus or straight. Then step right toes behind your left knee as you stretch into the left shoulder. Maybe right hand binds the back. So we're going to roll back on center, onto the belly. Hands by the nipple line, elbows lifting. Inhale, lift chest, neck or head, your cobra or up dog. If it's up dog, just the feet and hands are on the earth, pressing up. If it's cobra, the thighs are down. And then as you exhale, back to down dog. Let's inhale and roll forward, high plank. We're going to go left hand to the sky into side plank. So we've prepped the right shoulder now. Stay nice and strong. Left toes land behind your right knee. Squeeze the glutes, reach up, lean back, wild thing. If you have a full wheel, you can move full wheel. Otherwise, when you're ready, exhale, high plank. Draw the ribs in, belly in. Left shin lands. Forward for half pigeon. Right leg long and out behind you. Take a few moments, lifting, lengthening out of lower back. And then when you're ready, come down, resting pigeon. If you prefer to take this on the back in a figure 4, go left ankle on top of right knee. Wherever you are, finding that same essence we felt in our very first seat. This distancing of everything else, all the movement, all the balancing, the practice, whatever did or didn't happen. Back to this place of still. There's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, it says, on this path of practice, no effort is ever wasted. No gain can ever be reversed, and even a small advance on this path helps us to see more clearly. Sometimes we're so worried about the progress we're making or the first step to take, the first action, not just in our practice, in any endeavor. In our lives, we are bound to action. It's the nature of being alive. So just start. No effort will ever be wasted. Let's take a last full round of breath on this side. Then we'll start to make our way up onto our hands, lifting chest. As you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Close the eyes down, feel the rebound. And then we're going to inhale, roll forward. Repeat this on the second side. This time we're going right hand to the sky. Side plank, right hand to the sky. Right toe, step behind your left knee. Press out of your left shoulder, squeeze on the glutes, squeeze on the strength in your upper back, shoulder blades squeeze together, all that work we've been doing. Right arm reaches back, maybe it touches ground into full wheel. When you're ready, exhale to high plank and feel the moment there. I know you know where we're going, but tailbone lengthens, belly draws in, feel the lengthening of your lower back, and then step your right leg forward. Right shin forward for half pigeon, lift through the chest, shoulders back. When you're ready to rest, diving in. Let the eyes close, the breath settle on this side. Find that intrinsic stillness. There's a quote by Margaret Mead, says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." A reminder that our efforts, our actions are never as small as they seem. And contribute, participate to something that ripples far wider. The fruits of our practice will move beyond the ways that we'll ever see. And on the other side of that is a reminder to act with purpose, intention, and integrity. Knowing every action has this knock-on effect. Let's take last 2 rounds of breath on this side. When you're ready, we're going to make our way back into that downward facing dog again, pressing up onto hands, pressing back into down dog. Let the eyes close in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, feel the breath, the whole shape, the length of the spine as you press the ground away. You might like to keep the eyes closed down and move through Vinyasa with your breath, feeling the rolling of the spine. Inhale to high plank. Exhale the strength in the triceps as the elbows come by bottom ribs, halfway to the ground. Cobra and up dog. Lift the chest, the unfurling neck and head. And exhale back into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. When you're ready, we're going to step or hop knees through the arms, no rush to arrive there. We're just preparing to come down onto our back body, so however you want to make the way down, we'll meet on the back. My favorite part of the practice is we first land on the air, softening, heavy, letting go of tension. Releasing all the way to the earth. And we're going to prepare for just a little bit more work. Feet come to sit bones, hips distance, palms face up. Walk shoulder blades under your heart. Prepare to back bend, squeeze the glutes, press up into your bridge. Tailbone lengthening to the back of the knees. Inhale to the ribs. Exhale down to the belly. Whenever you're ready, rolling back down. Resetting the shoulders, feet, hips. When you're ready, pressing up into your back bend again. You might like to take a full wheel, back bend of your choice. Sometimes bringing blocks by the ears, like headphones, heels of the hands on the end of the block, Might be able to help you press up, maybe feet a little bit wider than hips. Definitely optional. It might be your bridge again instead, but when you're ready, when that back bend stops feeling expansive, joyful, opening, when it starts to feel heavy, and just make your way down onto the back. You might let knees knock together for a moment. Some people like to take soles of the feet together and knees wide. See what arrangement of your legs helps to support the recalibration of your lower back. Maybe it's a gentle swaying, massaging across the back of the hips, windscreen wiping the knees. When you're ready, we're going to come supine twist. We'll drop our knees all the way over to the left. Right arm peels back to the right. If you prefer to eagle wrap the legs or stagger the legs, you're welcome to take a different variation. If a twist isn't suitable for you in this moment, then you might just lay on the left side for a moment. And then rolling back through center, take your twist the other way. Knees to the right, left arm reaches away. Otherwise, laying on your right side. Back through center, we're going to make our way into happy baby, rolling onto the back. Reorganize your hips and shoulders. You might hug the knees in and rock side to side to find that centering. And then reaching for the soles of the feet, inside edges of the ankles. Otherwise, you might hold on to shins. Tailbone lengthens down, shoulders lengthen down. It shouldn't feel crunched up or claustrophobic. It's opening, lengthening through the spine. You might try stretching the legs out into the splits. And we're going to make our way back in, bending the knees. You can find a final inversion of your choice. Might be sliding a block or your palms under the hips, extending the legs up to the sky, Vita Prita Karani. If you're using the block instead of your hands, you can interlace or hold elbows overhead. If you're shoulder standing or head standing, make your way safely up. And from here is our journey to Shavasana. Any final movement your body craves, please find it on the way down. Plow, fish, wriggles, any props to support your rest, maybe blocks under the back of the knees, blanket or eye pillow. You want to feel warm and comfortable. If Shavasana on your back is uncomfortable, you're welcome to lie on your side. Release any residual tension holding in the body. Find this yielding to the ground towards rest. Surrender in the breath. As the eyes feel heavier in sockets. Slowly move to the stillness in the center of the mind. You're welcome to continue in Shavasana for as long as you like. When you're ready to reawaken, start to deepen your breath. So bring your awareness back to the space, sounds in the space around you, temperature of the air on the skin. Start to move slowly into the body. You might like to stretch or take a roll over to one side, gently pressing yourself up. We meet in a seat. Bring palms to prayer, our heart space, Anjali Mudra. Find that thread of stillness. An intention to remain connected to our breath and body regardless of what's going on around us. We'll bow our head to our hands and to our hearts with honor for the practices, the teachings, wisdom, practices of yoga, and an acknowledgement of our own efforts on this path. And raise the thumbs to the space between the eyebrows, bowing with deep gratitude to each other. Thank you for sharing your practice, sharing your time. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Moi barking.